Yep, SK here with F1P1 Life, and while it is the Monaco Grand Prix 2022, here's a little flashback into years past with different races and situations that have occurred. So, let's check it out. Ooh, I think everyone will remember this. Daniel Ricciardo stuck in the pit lane, and just nothing he can do, dominating the race until this point. And yeah, what's going to happen next? I think Lewis Hamilton is going to come and just erase that lead. And it's over. Whew. You can see it all over Christian's face. But we all know the story. Redemption is sweetest when it is served with Daniel Ricciardo on top of the podium. Yes, that's right. And we all know the swan dive into the swimming pool. Oh, yes. Greatness right there. Now, this is Charles Leclerc just going straight into, Hartley. Oh, just, and right when it happens, you just hope that he's all right. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just so terrible looking. And luckily, he was able to just miss the barrier and keep it, where he needed it to be. Now, this is Schumacher, and he is just on a tear. That's right. Over the line, P1. Now, if I remember correctly, he wasn't able to start there, and what a shame because, man, just Shuey on his day is always the greatest. And here's an example of that. This is where, Shuey overtook Alonso, of course, another rival of his, and, just greatness. As they kind of reiterate here, like, he's just, making the most of a situation after a flag, and just, yeah. And you can actually hear from his team. Well, Ferrari is actually telling them not to overtake. But as far as Mercedes, they kind of took it as, once the safety car's in, it's all, no holds bar. And obviously, Schumacher just did what he thought, was going to be the best for him. And that was obviously overtake Alonso, get another place. But it is what it is. And here's just a video of Shuey just kind of dominating on the track. I just wanted to bring this up because, I don't know, is there a Monaco without seeing Shuey just kind of going hard in the red Ferrari? I don't think so. Now, we can't also talk about Monaco without, the notorious stopping right at Rascasse. And there it is. I mean, it's just kind of unbelievable. It's still up for controversy, of course. And
Michael do something like that deliberately?
Not the Michael I know.
Not the Michael I know. Ross Brawn. But it's just classic Formula One history right here, and you gotta appreciate it either way. And now we have another moment of Michael just dominating in the Ferrari. Will he be able to take over Damon Hill's lead for qualifying? By over half a second. Look at that face. Delirious. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Now, here's some major crashes and close incidents. And this is Verstappen, not the luckiest at Monaco. Even though last year, he did win. Whoo! I remember watching that. And your heart just stops for a second. Thank God. Obviously, Verstappen's okay in that. But, and, here you just watch the carnage unfold. The car just leaps up and he just gets through unscathed too, which is just crazy. And yeah, this incident was pretty interesting to say the least here. I think everybody can kind of remember that. And I'm pretty sure they played that back a few times when they started talking about the implementation of the halo. Now, this I just had to throw in because, Kimi actually going over to NASCAR, I heard. But,
Of course, and what are your thoughts on that?
Hard to say, really.
Not too much to say, really. Just classic Kimi, being interviewed by Nico there. And as we talk about Nico, here's the infamous, here's the infamous incident between, obviously, Nico and Hamilton. And Hamilton was right behind on a flyer, trying to, even though he was just a little bit down, but you never know. He was obviously trying to, finish off qualifying and get on top of Nico. And Nico, you know, living in Monaco, wanting it to be kind of his home race.
Pole for the second year in a row, as we said, but perhaps not exactly the way you'd want to achieve it, I guess.
Yeah, not the way you want to achieve it.
No, definitely not. No. I thought it was
And
over.
of course, Nico's going to take it. And here's
Hamilton.
Hamilton's
Well,
response.
coming to you, Lewis, obviously Nico's mistake, ironically, and the subsequent yellow flags meant that you couldn't improve on your lap. Your feelings?
Yeah, it is ironic. But no, it's okay. I was up a couple of tenths, so it's okay.
You know, just trying to be as professional as possible about it. We all know the controversy between them. Here's Mansell
and Senna, who'd been lying
Senna.
a distant second throughout. Mansell's problem was beyond belief. Nigel rejoins some 7 seconds behind.
And you know,
Again,
Senna
Ethan slowed
just
the
comes
game
in
down
to
for
dominate
Rascas.
after that and hold them
Ethan
off.
finally out of the last corner
Monaco
and won a
history
Titanic
right
race,
here.
a 3-lap race in the context of Nigel's previous domination, but a race nonetheless.
I would love to see some of this in the 2022 race that we got coming up tomorrow.
Now equaled the record for the late Graham Hill.
All right, peace, Senna. Gotta love him, right? And here's some more classic Senna in Monaco.
And Cost has gone through some 24 seconds ago already. And there is Arnoux.
Taking the race
Arnoux in 5th position. Rosberg and Senna
and dominating over Lauda.
A magnificent bit of driving by Senna, who's
What a beast in the rain, right? Now watch this. What an overtake. I haven't seen one of those in a while. Now maybe it has happened more recently, but that one was just, they were on it and he just slid in. Man, Hulkenberg. One of his good moments right there, I have to say. Oh, I definitely want to see some battling like this tomorrow. I mean, really, you gotta go for it. In a season like this, I feel like we're just in for it, aren't we? And we're in for a little bit of rain. Who knows what's gonna happen? Now watch this.
Fantastic job to get ahead of Michael Schumacher. Now we're down to 20 cars.
And just a little bit of rain.
Schumacher.
And Shuey, who's a beast in the race, in the rain, you know, even he got caught out. And just, you know, it's Monaco. There's no room for error. And, you know, even the great Shuey. And then watch his teammate. And he goes right into the wall, pretty much the same way Shuey kind of did just a few turns earlier. And we just watch it. Just gets tapped, nowhere to go, locks up a little bit, and just, yeah. Oh, now this is just heartening for Damon Hill. You could just, oh, man. I feel like we're just in for so much tomorrow. Maybe I'm hyping it up, but who knows? I just feel like we're in for a lot of just... Now we're going to watch a few more incidents here. Locks up at the hairpin. Now look at this. Launches the car. I mean, a few red flags and a few incidents, and we don't know who's going to win tomorrow's race. I mean, we got Verstappen starting 4th. You know, we got Hamilton, who probably would have made it a little higher if not for the red flag from Sergio Perez and then Carlos Sainz. But, you know, Sainz just got tagged up in there. But either way, you know, it was just over once Perez hit the wall. And this is just a good showing of what could happen. Again, we don't know what's going to happen. And then look at, you know, the kind of winner that you end up with when you have a crazy race like this in 96. Yeah, who knows who's going to be spraying the champagne tomorrow. Olivier just, you know, enjoying his time on the podium. And this, I just had to throw in there, more recent, but, you know, driving the classic Niki Lauda car and just into the wall. Now, I heard it wasn't all his fault. I have to go back and look a little more into this. But, you know, I honestly feel like it was probably good for Charles, because he kind of got his bad luck out of the way.
The most important of the Triple Crown races.
Now, you know, Monaco is classic.
Perhaps the most difficult.
The only Triple Crown winner ever. Who do you think will be the next one in history? I don't know. I really don't. Now here's just some classic battling. And, you know, Hamilton overtaking the legend, squeezes him out. It's just classic right there. And a young Verstappen just going for it. Is he going to go for it? Of course, Verstappen. I mean, that's just, oof. I think we're in for a little bit of that tomorrow. But what does that mean? He's going to be going up against his teammate. Ooh, Raikkonen taking it. But he's going to be going up against his teammate, and he's going to be going up against Charles. I think Verstappen's going to be squeezing a few people, and what does that mean for the race tomorrow? I'm not quite sure. What are your thoughts?
It surprisingly turned out to be Senna in the Tolman, sailing confidently by.
Ooh. Tight at the hairpin. Took it back. And then just takes it right there. Oh, I just want to see that kind of racing. And, you know, we've come such a long way, but Monaco is such a classic. And, you know, there's a lot of talk of, you know, is it going to be on the calendar as we keep adding other races? And to be honest, it's kind of hard to think of it not being on the calendar. Yes, it can be kind of a snooze fest, but then again, it doesn't have to be. I mean, look at that great. I think that was one of the best liveries from McLaren for sure. But it doesn't have to be a snooze fest. And I think tomorrow is going to prove why it needs to stay on the calendar. A little rain, a little mix up. And I think we're just in for a great race, kind of like 96, kind of like a few of these races that we've seen in years past. And here's just you know, some of the podiums from Mercedes. Yeah, that was just crazy. I think we might be in to see another one from the Mercedes team here at McLaren, at Monaco. Here's another great look at that Gulf livery. I just had to pull it up once again. But yes, I really do think that tomorrow is going to show us some great reasons why we need to keep it. We can see some of the stats here. Senna with the most wins. I wonder who will top him ever. What are your thoughts? I don't know. Verstappen, can he do it? He's now the most pole positions. Senna, man, just a beast, like I said, at Monaco. A lot of people with 3 there. And most podiums, Senna, again. And of course, you know, you got Shuey at the top, Hill, of course. You even got Vettel and Hamilton tied at 7. Nice, nice. Most laps led, the great Schumacher. I wonder who's going to top that. I think Verstappen has a chance. But, you know, might be Leclerc too. You never know. And just another great shot. You know, I wonder if he's ever going to be able to pull off another one of those. You know, maybe not going so great for McLaren and Daniel Ricciardo at the moment, but you never know. You never know. So I really can't wait for tomorrow's GP. I'm sure everybody out there watching this and ready for the race tomorrow feels the same way. Now, I just want to say that this is going to be, as I said before, a great race. I feel like even Spain, Barcelona was usually kind of a snooze fest, but something just told me like it's going to be kind of like 2021, and we're going to be thrown for some curveballs on these races. I'm really praying for just a little bit of rain. Maybe not the whole race, but just a little bit of something. And we're going to end it right here with the great Schumacher going around Monaco. Gotta love it. If you haven't checked out that documentary, you really should. Now my predictions for tomorrow, it's going to be Leclerc, Perez, and Alonso. Yes, that's right. One more podium for him.